Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James 13 Wicca in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The dice and decks I'm using below, they're listed below. Dice and decks I'm using are listed below, sorry. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching. Let's go ahead and get into your selection. Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Cancer? It's a little skewed, but it might be good. I mean, there's no bad cards popping up. Why is it a little skewed? That's it. I'm looking. We're letting go of something. Ooh, you're making a decision. This is like an underlying issue. Your energy is good. This is just around. The Devil card is here. That can be especially challenging for Cancer because sometimes it talks about Capricorn energy. And just those two base energies tend to not work well together. Base energies. I think you're making a decision. This energy is becoming more and more muted. And your energy is lifting and getting stronger and stronger. You've already made the decisions. You've already done the work. Already made the decisions, already done the work, already made movements forward is what I'm getting. You've dealt with this energy. The Devil card shows up on the dice and the Two of Cups. You chose something better. You've already moved on from this. You've made the decisions. There's something here about, all right, you've disconnected from something. You've made that choice. Now it's time to bring something better in. This energy, whatever this was for you when you made this decision and you got out of it, there's some leftover energy that still has to be kind of sewn up, tidied up, kind of dealt with. For those of you this is going to hit with the strongest, I feel like they're saying they're going to highlight something here so that you can put it completely away and that it doesn't even affect you anymore. Not in a negative way at least. Because I feel like they want to highlight something and they want to make sure that that energy stays where that energy needs to stay, in the past and away. We're not letting this energy come back and create problems for you. So they're trying to highlight something here that when something starts to become an issue or possibly becomes an issue, it's kind of like, wait a minute. That's a finished story. I'm not looking to reread it. I'm not looking to relive it. We're just going to highlight what we need to highlight. Remember the Cliff Notes version. Put it away, and that's that. Because you've already done the work. We don't need to do it again. So they're trying to highlight something before you start heading towards something and like going through this refresher course that you don't need. We're just going to do the Cliff Notes, refresh a little bit if we have to, and then put it back where it was in the past. Without doing that, it does have the potential to cause damage to the future. And we're like, no, we have no interest in that. You don't need that. We don't want that for you. So hopefully if this hits, it'll make sense. Because I'm getting, you have good things coming in, a lot of positive energy. These two, like, there's something here where the door is opening and you're seeing it for what it really is. And it's kind of like, this is a version of whatever this is. It could be a business thing, work related, like you're moving ahead or you're getting another opportunity. Could be romance, it's up to you. The Lover's card is down here in the Knight of Cups. Doesn't have to be though. It's a general read. You know what I'm saying? But when it's coming in, it's a very like, this version, I didn't think this version was for me. I didn't think I was allowed this for some reason. and I'm allowing myself to go for it, and it's coming in. I don't think you're jumping forward too quickly. I feel like there's some you're taking some caution, but you're not holding yourself back, if that makes sense. You're like, I'll go into this, but I'm not going on your pace. I'm going on my pace. And that's like Cancer is going on Cancer's pace. You're pacing it. You're like, I'll do this, but we're going at my speed, not your speed, person or thing or whatever this is. You're setting the tempo. You're setting how fast you will or will not do this. And you're like, I'm going to see how this grows. You're putting up some boundaries, very good boundaries. I feel like this isn't like a challenge at this point. I just want to make sure that makes sense that I'm saying that. It's a general read. Take it with a grain of salt. You know. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a challenge. But at the same point, I feel like I have to keep it in the forefront of my brain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I feel like I gotta highlight. Well, I don't have to do anything. I feel like it's helpful to highlight it. There we go. Helpful to remind myself, I'm doing it this way to make sure this, for this reason. And sometimes we need to, as people, I'm not Cancer, I'm Pisces, but still, we need to put up boundaries to prove to ourselves and the other side that not only we are going to do it, that we can do it, and that we need to do it, and that it's not a negotiable. Boundaries are non-negotiable. Having boundaries is non-negotiable. There may be some boundaries where I'll move it a little this way, or I'll move it a little that way, with good reason. With good reason, if you decide, or maybe down the road, boundaries may need to be redefined. Reminds me of buying new property, and like down the line, if you buy adjacent property close to it, all right, your boundaries need to be readjusted for the new that you purchased. But that's later. Having these boundaries and not only proving to them but yourself that you're going to do it. That could be a thing. This is good. This energy is good. This part doesn't seem that hard. This seems like setting that standard in the beginning, it could save you through the whole thing. It doesn't have to be that much of a challenge later if you start right off on that. If that's how we start, that should be expected the whole way. I mean, it's general read, take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Feels good. Feels good here. This is lingering here. I don't know what this is because I feel like it's different for all of you. Could be a literal person trying to rock the boat. Could be old patterns trying to come forward. Could be something like that. Take it with a grain of salt. Because I'm getting, as this next part comes forward, there's a really good offer coming your way as this keeps evolving. Something comes in, you've started it. It's like, so if you started a new job, or you got, maybe it's the same company, just different unit or something like that, an upgrade is coming. A new possibility is coming. And it's really enticing. We're going to say enticing. It's like, oh, I do want that. A possibility would be to hold back and not get too deep, but keep moving forward. Keep that boundary thing going. Keep the boundary thing going. Keep redefining your boundaries and setting the pace for you. I don't feel like I'm looking to control anybody else. I'm just controlling it for myself, and that's correct. I feel like that's very correct, actually. Setting what you want it to be in the sense of like, I don't want to be too agreeable because I feel like people get the wrong idea. So I'm going to set the pace not only for them, but for myself so that I don't like burn myself out. It reminds me of like when you buy a house and then you just want to have it all the way you want it right away. And it can get very exciting, but you can burn yourself out by trying to fix the whole house in 2 months. By the time you get to the end of that, you're just so sick of the house. You're like, all right, it looks the way I want it to, but I hate it now because, I don't know, I'm just sick of being here. It's like I got this trained in my head that every time I show up at this house, I got to work, and now I don't really like being here anymore, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to burn yourself out on it. It doesn't mean you have to get stuck in this moment, so be careful of that. But it's kind of like, all right, I'm looking at long-term victory. I don't want to get stuck and be like, boundaries, 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 but at the same point, I want to like meter out my success and I want to make it last. So like So like this house, say you bought a new house, I'm gonna do that same thing. Like I don't want to like, okay, if I keep going day and night, is every opportunity I get, I can have it exactly where I want it to be in 2 months. But I feel like if I do that, I'm gonna have this weird like, this house always needs work energy in my brain, and it just feels like I stop enjoying it, and I just feel like maybe this one room I made it what I wanted to. I put the paint colors up, and I did everything I wanted to, but now I don't enjoy it. It just doesn't seem as enjoyable as I thought it was going to be. Just something about like burning myself out, even though I got it the way I wanted to. I just like, I don't want to look at it now. If I meter that out for instead of 2 months to 2 years, and I enjoy the process and I allow myself to evolve, going, oh, I was going to do this room this way, but now as I'm doing it slowly and I'm gaining more information other places, I found other ways I could do this, and maybe I don't want that color. Maybe I want this other color. In fact, maybe I want more than one color in different ways. I'm thinking about, when people have the four walls and they do like 3 different colors, maybe in the same shade or it's the same color but different shades for certain reasons. Like maybe you're finding ways to do that. It's like stretching it out, enjoying the whole process, and not making it a race to the goal. I feel like that's what we're getting at. So it's like enjoying the journey and not making the whole journey about the goal. Does that make sense? Am I saying that right? It's looking at it differently. It's kind of like I'm going to enjoy the whole process as well as the goal, instead of just focusing on, I got to get to the goal, I got to get to the goal, I got to get to the goal, whatever it takes to get to the goal. It's like life is about enjoying the journey. I feel like y'all know that, but it's slowing yourself down and making sure you're enjoying the journey, especially if it's a relationship situation. Enjoying the dating period, enjoying the get to know you period, enjoying getting things together. I have seen people, and I feel like you have too, who are very like, I need to get married, I need to get married, I need to have kids, I need to have kids. All that happens. And it's like they get so centered on their goal that they're kind of tripping over the building part, you know what I mean? And it becomes an issue. So, I don't know, it's haste makes waste is kind of going on there. We don't need to do that. Whatever the situation is, you got the Sun card and the Victory card. This is a beautiful thing. Whatever it is, it's a gorgeous thing. It's a wonderful thing. There will be some sorting out, like not everything's going to go your way. There will be some sorting out with that. This is normal life stuff. I feel like we all know this. You know this. Not everything goes our way, but it doesn't have to mean that that's bad. It's kind of like when one thing doesn't work, all right, we can't do that, but what can we do? My energy's not going to go there because I can't do that, but where can I put my energy? There is some renegotiating going on here. This broken heart energy, I feel like this has a lot to do with this devil. Whatever this was from the past, I feel like there's something I need to kind of address. And there's something about when disappointments show up, instead of feeling like everything is ruined, it's kind of like, how do we rebuild this? It reminds me of a Thanksgiving dinner, or I know not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving, now they think of that, now that it came out of my mouth. It's about having a great family, friends, beautiful dinner. And the main thing is turkey, and they got like 5 different sides and the ridiculous amount of desserts and some appetizers and all that. It's one of those things where, okay, maybe we burned the turkey and like 3 of the sides, but everything else is okay. And it's kind of like reevaluating, going, wait a minute. Yeah, we burned the main course and 3 of the sides, but there's like 2 other sides, and there's a bunch of hors d'oeuvres, and there's a ridiculous amount of sweets. And not for nothing, if we really pull it back, was the whole point of the getting together to enjoy each other or to enjoy the food? And I feel like a lot of us would say, well, both. Yes, but when it all comes down to like the base thing, it's more about the people you're spending it with than the food. And again, the analogy I'm giving you, not everything is ruined. And in my opinion, the sweets are the most important thing anyway. So you're still getting that part. Anyway, it's stepping back and realizing, okay, there's going to be setbacks, but like if I bring it down to the base level, are my initial needs still being met? Because I remember this person, I don't remember how she exactly said it, but she gave me this analogy where she was really upset at first because she burned the turkey. It was her. She burned like a lot of it. But when all was said and done, everybody still remembered that as one of the best Thanksgivings because everybody pulled together. They had great hors d'oeuvres. They did all this stuff, and they weren't overly stuffed at the end of the day. And they made do. They did other things to make do, so nobody went hungry. And they found ways to come together, and people went out of there, and they remember it as one of the best Thanksgivings they had. And it's kind of like, and she was telling me this, like, it really helped her realize that it wasn't about, like, the centering on the main dish, centering on the main purpose, centering on the main event for the why we're getting together. It was like realizing the actual why was not the turkey, was not the food. The why was to hang out with each other, to be in each other's presence and enjoy each other's company and create those memories. And it turned out to be one of the best Thanksgivings for that reason. I keep using Thanksgiving. I feel like y'all know it's like a major dinner probably. I apologize if that seems weird because I know I have people all over the world watching. It's just like a major event, a major dinner that everybody gets together with to be thankful for each other. I think it's called Indigenous Peoples Day now. Did they change the name? I don't know. I feel like you get the point though. And it's the whole point of this is to come back to your center, to not let whatever this was from the past have any control over you anymore, but going, hey, even when things don't go exactly the way I want, I still win. I still succeed. I still get my victory because I have to realize what the actual victory was. Whew. I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.